The following commentary is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions shared aren't personal, often said in jest, and have no merit in the real lives of the cast members. With that being said, let's binge, let's banter, and most importantly, let's move on. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and we are back, baby. Married at First Sight UK is back with season 10. This is episode 1. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So typically I would talk more about what happened at the stag and hen parties, but honestly, it wasn't too much happening. We do have a lady who is bisexual, so she's on the stag side. She specifically requested to be partnered with a woman, so that'll be interesting. She did say that she's not ruling out any other interests, so anybody might catch her eye. You know how Married at First Sight in UK and Australia go. People have wandering eyes all the time. And I'm not saying that just because she's bisexual. Then we have a guy named, his wedding was a part of this episode, David. He is on the hen side, right? And he, stirs the pot a little bit with some interesting perspectives.
Is anyone gonna in the
I'm not.
You're
We'll
gonna
get
do it on
married.
the first night?
No, that thing is the emotional and then the physical for me.
I just want to see if he takes out the bins or not.
I have a good tip for that. Blue jobs are boys' jobs. I had to do laundry, I had to do dishes.
Why are they considered girls' jobs?
It doesn't have to be pink and blue.
Him not wanting to have sex right away is completely understandable. In as much as this is an experiment surrounding marriage, you're still strangers. And on top of that too, we know in the international versions, the marriages aren't even legally binding. So what do I look like doing the nasty with somebody who I might not even want to be associated with in 3 weeks? So yeah, take your time, okay? Take your time. Now, when it came to the blue jobs, pink job, blue jobs, I said, oh, that's interesting. I understand what he was saying. I personally do subscribe to that a little bit because when I'm married, you taking out the trash. When I'm married, you doing the car stuff. Yeah. Those will definitely be blue jobs in my home. However, something that would be considered a pink job, like cooking, you're definitely helping. A blue job would be, how I'm interpreting it, would be like helping to pay the bills. I would assume that I would be helping my husband pay the bills. Like, it's 2025, let's be for real. We both out here in this economy. It would be great if he could fit the whole bill, but like, let's be realistic. So yeah, some people did not take too kindly to what he was saying, especially because the assumption was that he would be more progressive than it seems, right? One of the ladies said, oh, well, that's not very gay of you. She was referring to him not wanting to have sex right away, which is an interesting sentiment from her. But the more we get to learn about David's story, I think it kind of makes sense, the impression of relationships that he has, because he was kicked out at a young age. I don't know if he was young, but he was kicked out when he was young. I think he was 17, right? Let me finish the damn story. He was kicked out when he came out to his parents. His dad was not with it whatsoever. And so if I'm to make an inference here, I would assume that that experience might have shaped his opinion on relationships, and that, the right way to do a relationship is to follow traditional standards. So how do you implement that if you are in a homosexual relationship? Somebody has pink jobs and somebody has the blue jobs. I can kind of maybe see that being his perspective on things. That's not what he said, but that's what I'm assuming. The first couple to get married is Sarah, who is attracted to bad boys, and Dean, who calls himself cute, awkward, but fun.
My friends would describe me as a bit of a wild one. Love a bad boy.
Bit of an asshole. Like, do you know what I mean?
Tattoos, big builds. I keep picking the wrong guy. I want to settle down with the nicest guy in the world.
My friends would describe me as a cheeky chap. I'm also a jack of all trades. I do magic, I've done puppeteering. I managed to actually lose about 9 stone. Completely changed who I was, and my friends call it like arrogant Dean. If someone loves you, they'll love you for who you are. It's the person inside.
I immediately don't see it. Nope. And I'm not saying that just because I finished the episode. I literally had it written down. Immediately, I do not see it. I know she says she wants the nicest guy in the world, but I don't believe her. I surely do not. So his sense of humor Well, I thought his sense of humor might win her over. As the episode goes on, we realize that might not be the case. He grew up thinking he was the ugly duckling. Women don't really pay attention to me too much. And so from that, he actually did lose a whole lot of weight. But with that came its own challenges. He was then arrogant, or his friend said that he was arrogant. And it just came with other issues that he thought the weight loss would solve. And here's the thing. Oftentimes, I see people be like, oh, I'm insecure because I'm fat. If I lose weight, I will be better. I will be more attractive. I will be more desirable. I will have a better personality. I will have this and that. That could very well be true. But let me tell you something. Your personality is yours. It's not in the fat cells. It's in you. So a lot of people think, oh, life is just going to miraculously change for them once they lose the weight. If you're self-deprecating at 350 pounds, you're going to be self-deprecating at 150 pounds. It really doesn't matter for the most part. So yeah, I think it was interesting that he then gained the weight back and felt like he gained his personality back. But at the root of it, he has insecurities. They might show up differently depending on how much he weighs at the time, but it's an insecurity. And that's what needs to be tackled before anything else. I also wonder if he's going to have a complex, because the kind of guy that she's into is like tan, what did she say? A tan hunk, like a muscular, whatever. Anyways, I wonder if he's going to have a complex because what he used to look like seems to be what she would have been immediately drawn to. At the ceremony, it is clear that the room is on pins and needles, wondering if Sarah's gonna be attracted to this man.
Hi.
Oh my God.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. No, I don't fancy Dean. So sorry. I should have went.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. Not at all. This lady said she wants the nicest guy on planet Earth and it doesn't matter what he looks like. That's a lie that people need to stop telling themselves. Looks matter. They don't have to be first on the list for you, but they are on the list. They matter. Everybody keeps saying, oh, if somebody is just has a good personality, if they have a good character, then I'll just fall in love with who they are. Yeah, attraction can grow, but it has to start from somewhere. Even plants start from a seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start from somewhere. We can't start from nothing. So yeah, baby girl thought that she could deal with anything until she saw Dean, and now she's combusting. Dean, however, he's so happy. He's like, oh my gosh, she passed the vibe check. I couldn't have picked a better partner. I'm like, oh, Dean, if only you knew. So initially I thought that his personality would win her over. I literally said, I think in time he could win her over, even though right now she only sees friendship, okay? In his vows, he says he aims to please and he wants to make his spouse laugh. And one way he plans on doing that is reciting a rap.
Okay.
When I saw you in that dress today, you did more than take my breath away. I know we'll have hard times, it's true, but I'll never ever give up on you.
He is just over the top. That's put me right off.
Everybody, sing with me. Dean! When I say wed, you say Dean. Wave. Dean! Wave. Dean! She joined in, that big rap. She was loving it.
Wrap it up, Dean. Wrap it up. Dean! Wrap it up, Dean! Okay, Dean was warned against the rap and he did it anyways, and I feel so bad for the both of them. Sarah is just continuously getting an ick after ick after ick after ick, and Dean can't read the room to save his life. He thinks she is so excited. And granted, she's trying to play it off like she is, but it's that awkward, like, yay, good job. I hate this so much. But he thinks she's eating it up. Oh, I felt so bad for him. Oh my gosh. He says she's my type of lady. And then when it came time for the kiss, he obviously wanted to kiss her, but she was like, and so he suggests the cheek. She allows the cheek, but I think that's as physical as they're gonna get throughout this experiment. Later on, when they're taking photos, Sarah cannot fake the funk to save her life. And unfortunately, Dean is not picking up what she's putting down.
If you could hold hands there, find a nice natural way. That's it.
Tattoos?
No tattoos, no. Do you like tattoos?
Yeah.
I'm very romantic.
Are you? But no. But how much?
I like being surprised.
Not well. I don't know.
Like love poems and things like that.
Oh, please
And
don't write me a poem. No.
But Sarah, what happened to I want the nicest guy on planet Earth, and I don't care what he looks like? All these people, we talk about this every year with Married at First Sight, and Love is Blind people do the same thing. They make it seem like they're a lot more lenient on things that they're obviously not. I don't know if it's desperation to get married. I don't know if it's desperation to be on TV, but it is always to their own detriment, because look at you. You got exactly what you said you wanted, but now you're acting like you don't want it. How does that work? How does that work? Poor Dean, he's talking about, all these romantic things that he's going to do, and she's not with any of it. And he believes it's only because she has yet to experience this kind of love. And he will be the one to show her. I said, Dean, I don't think you should do that, okay? But he's hopeful, and I'm just gonna wish him the best. The cringe continues because at the reception, Dean grabs a microphone, and you can only assume that he plans to sing.
What's happening now? What's happening now?
Sit me down with a hot cup of cocoa with you. Tell me stories of how life is hard.
I don't know how to react to that.
And I've known it from the moment that we met. My hope, my love, my life, the one, and you're my home.
I am realizing in this moment how much of a difference attraction makes. I don't know if you guys have seen that whole conversation around the fact that something is either creepy or seductive based on how attractive somebody is. If he's cute, you don't mind being catcalled. If he's ugly, you're disgusted. Or if you perceive him as being ugly, you're disgusted, right? I'm thinking of myself. I've had guys in the past sing to me. I've had a guy who was a better singer than me, and if you know me, you know I can blow, sing to me, and I was like cringed out. He was better than me. Mind you, my boyfriend, when he sings to me, I cry. When he sings to me, it brings me to tears, and he's not even that good of a singer. But because I love him down, I eat it up. Sarah's not eating it up because Sarah don't like him. Not even a little bit. She's trying to be nice. She's trying to see, if it could be anything more than friendship, but she's not seeing it. You know who is seeing it though? Her father. So her dad has never approved of any of her exes. But he's like, oh, he's such a great guy. He's so nice. This is great. Even the friends are aware that she's not attractive, but she's like, but the friends are like, this is good though. You don't have the best picker. He's a great guy. Yo, Sarah, poor girl. It's the world against you at this point. So we'll see if she's able to come around. I highly doubt it. Next to get married is Kia, who is a divorcee of 7 years. He was together with the ex for 7 years, and he's been divorced for 7 years. And he's getting married to David, who is a multilingual flirt.
Welcome to my crib. I hate that I said that. I pretend it's because I'm a young professional, but mostly I watch Gossip Girl. You could get a rugby team in that shower. I've tried. I'm like a cheerleader. Bubbly, enthusiastic. I'd also say I'm really stubborn and argumentative.
One day I'm here, the other day I'm in New York. Being a flight attendant is beautiful. It's probably one of the best jobs in the world. If I make people laugh, kind of means that I'm flirting with you. People find it quite attractive when I say I speak 4 languages. Romantic, French. Sexually, Portuguese.
So I feel like they will connect at the beginning. This is what I wrote down. I feel like they'll connect at the beginning, but David may be too much for Kia or the other way around. They're both very extroverted, but might not be able to share the space in the room. That was my first impression. Okay? The experts, though, they're very optimistic. They're like, if these two have chemistry, I think they're going to be the strongest couple of the season. I hope for your sake that's true. Because as of right now, yes, on the surface, it seems like things will be great, but I feel a personality clash looming, right? Before the ceremony, David's mother is not picking up the phone. He said that he would FaceTime her because she wasn't able to attend the wedding because she lives in Paris. They get a knock on the door, and it's his mom and his brother who flew in to witness the ceremony, which is just so great. At the ceremony, these two are immediately taken by each other.
Oh. So nervous. Gorgeous. Fantastic. So are you.
He's very handsome. He gives really good eye contact. Beautiful jawline.
I fancy him massively. Like that infectious smile of just like a pure soul. We're good, we're good. We're dancing it up, we're dancing it up. Yeah, you got it. You're fantastic.
If not for the trailer, I would have thought that I was going crazy because things were looking so good between them. I was like, oh, maybe I'm reading too much into it because it doesn't look like their personalities will clash over time. I should always trust my gut. I should always go with my first impression because that preview proved what I thought at the beginning. But as of right now, things are going well. They go to take photos. The mom and brother have to fly back to Paris, so unfortunately they couldn't stay for the reception. And at the reception, David is talking to Kia's mother, and she's opening up a lot of things that David might have to deal with in this relationship.
He has a lot of insecurities.
Does he?
He will open up to you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt him.
I'm not going to tell you anything about Kia. I think that needs to come from Kia. It's wrong for me. As much as you're seeing a vibrance here, he's incredibly quiet. Oh, Kia's a good laugh. Kia's the life and soul of the party. He's spent his whole life thinking that he has to perform for everyone.
I was so happy. I was like, I clocked it. I clocked it, okay? His mama said he's insecure, he struggles with vulnerability, and often needs time to be on his own. I can see that being a point of contention. Absolutely, I can. Especially if David is the type, and sorry, sometimes I'll say David, sometimes I'll say David. It'll be slipping the tongue. You know who I'm talking about. If David is the type to want to press the matter, I think he's going to drive Kia away. That's my personal thought on that. Later on, they do talk about the fact that Kia is divorced. He did not want to speak about this. His friend advised him against keeping it a secret. So he's trying to be more vulnerable by sharing this story. Honestly, the more that we hear about it, the crazier it is, because what do you mean you got married at 19 to a guy who was turning 30? And then he was the one who did the madness in your relationship, hence why you're now divorced. It sounds to me like he was groomed. That's what it sounds like to me. And I think his mom also said that she was not in support at all back then, and she's a lot happier now that he's kind of getting like a redo. But I'm not surprised that he is so closed off now when it comes to relationships, because it seems like that relationship would have done a number on him. 19 with a 29-year-old for 7 years, and he's cheating and doing whatever else that we don't know about in that relationship. That'll mess you up. It definitely will. David was able to relate though, because he has a failed engagement under his belt. The person apparently just fell out of love with him and ran off with somebody else. So he understands that feeling of thinking you found your, forever person and it not working out. So they do relate in that sense. We will see if their personalities will get along, because in that trailer, it seems like Kia is making sexual innuendos that David is not happy with. I don't know if it's a matter of like the joke being crude or that he makes a joke out of everything. We'll see more context of that in the next episode. But yeah, I could see it from the beginning. Something about them felt like, yeah, on the surface it could work, but personality for personality, I don't know. I was very unsure then, and I'm even more unsure now, but we'll see. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.